Sweat. I don't think I've ever introduced myself as that yet. The obvious question that I've been mentioning, me and Aiden were having kids, meant to the newlywed life, to keep myself busy during the day. That is not really in my hands or Aiden's hands. Did you drink at your wedding? Avery Sweat. That's my new name. Welcome back to my channel. I'm giggling. I got married over 2 months ago, but I don't know if I'll ever get used to saying my new name. But I asked on my Instagram to leave me some questions to answer for a YouTube video, and that's what we're doing today. If you're new here, my name's Avery. I'm 22. I recently got married, moved to Virginia with my husband for his work, and I work from home full-time. I actually get to do content creation for full-time, my full-time job, which is so fun and exciting, and very grateful. I started really diving into YouTube videos not too long ago. I originally started on like TikTok and Instagram, but I've really been trying to focus on YouTube videos because this is probably my favorite format to watch. I feel like it's fun to actually make the YouTube videos. So I asked questions on my Instagram, and I sort of just got like all around questions, like about marriage, about how I'm doing, about your 20s, about wedding tips, just all the things. So I wanted to sit down and answer some of them. First and very obvious question that I've been mentioning, dabbling in quite often, is just how I'm doing since getting married and mostly moving away from my family. And I would say I'm doing so good. I guess sometimes I don't portray that I'm very happy and like I love being married to Aiden, which I feel like people can see that, but just the adjustment of living with your parents your whole life. I moved out of my parents' house at 22. I moved out for college for maybe 3 months, so I didn't have like that whole like leaving my parents before getting married. So I think that's why it's like hit me like a ton of bricks. I would say that I'm doing fine. I think it's just I've had a lot of things going on. It was like I was getting married, some work things, but I feel like right now I feel very just comfortable and happy and like, okay, this is what it is and I'm gonna make the most of it. And I'm excited for the baseball season to start and just be like more on like a regular set schedule and routine. It will be hard once the baseball season starts. Like Aiden is gonna be very busy, but it's just something exciting and fun, and I know my life isn't gonna look like this for forever, so I'm doing good. I feel like it's easy to focus on the negatives, but like being married to your best friend is obviously very fun. Okay, I'm just gonna get this question out of the way because I thought it was really funny, and I got a lot of questions of if me and Aiden were having kids and if we want kids, and 1000% we want lots of kids. I think we want like 3 to 4 kids. Well, we're saying that now, but I've never had to go through the whole, you know, giving birth and like being pregnant. But yes, we want kids, but no, we aren't planning on having any anytime soon. If we were to, we would both be very excited, but no kids right now. Let's wait until Aiden has like a stable job. It's just so sweet how many people are asking like the adjustment to the newlywed life, and I don't even think that's the adjustment because me and Aiden have been together for so long, so it's not even like an adjustment to be married to him because it really doesn't feel like that much has changed, minus the fact that we live together. But his last year of college, we would visit each other, or I would go visit him all the time and stay with him for like weeks at a time. So I guess it sort of feels like I'm visiting him, which is kind of funny, but it's been so good. Like I love getting to wake up next to him. I love getting to make dinner together and eat dinner together, and just all the fun things that come with being married. We haven't had any problems at all. Like, I don't know, we don't really fight very often, which, I mean, we like bicker with each other, but like most of the time it's like joking, but there's been no problems at all. Most of the problems have just been with me like stuck in the apartment. But that's really the only problem. I got some questions about what a typical day in my life looks like, what I do to keep myself busy during the day, and it's pretty much the same every day unless like a friend asks me to hang out or go on a walk or something. But usually we wake up in the morning. We've been waking up pretty early, like 6:45, because Aiden, he has to be at work. It just depends on like what he's doing that morning. My husband is a grad assistant baseball coach, so he's like starting his baseball career. So lots of hours are put into his everyday just because you have to get there somehow. But right now he is going to school and also like doing the grad assistant, but he does lessons on the side with like little kids. And so some mornings he has to be up really early because some kids do lessons in the morning, which is kind of crazy. They're like elementary school, waking up at 6 a.m. to do a lesson. But normally we wake up at 6:45, get ready, and he's dropped off. We have one car right now as well. We left his truck back in Florida, so that's a whole another ordeal in itself. But we have one car, so I drop him off around 7:20, and normally I'll head straight to the gym, do a workout. Usually I'll like do the Stairmaster for a little and then do a workout, and then I'll come home, I'll shower, I'll get ready, I'll make breakfast, and then I start like my work day, which can obviously look like 1,000 different things. So my typical work day, I guess, would just be filming videos, which is so much fun, editing videos. But then there's also a lot of like behind the scenes that like obviously you can't show, but whether that's meeting with my manager, answering emails, sending like your insights and your analytics and all that stuff to brands, to my manager. There's just a lot of different things, like linking stuff. Definitely all but very, very fun things. But that's what my typical morning will look like. And then that just depends on how long it takes me. And then sometimes in the middle of the day I'll go for a walk, and then I do sit and like for a little around like 4 or 5 o'clock, like just chill. And then around 5 o'clock or so I'll start making dinner or figuring out what I'm gonna make for dinner. And then I go pick up Aiden from work. Usually he's done around like 6 to 7 to 7:30 to 8. It sort of depends. We'll eat dinner together, and then we'll watch a show and go to bed. That's our normal daily routine here so far. It's been a lot of fun. Sometimes I'll go to coffee shops in the middle of the day, go shopping, go grocery shopping. Sort of just depends on like what I'm feeling that day. Wednesdays have been my dedicated grocery shopping days though, and I really like that because it like breaks up the week. Oh, this is a cute one. What is one thing you wish you could tell your younger self? And then I got another one that was like, what would you tell your 19-year-old self? Which I'm just gonna put that in one because like my 19-year-old self, I had just moved. Well, no, what did I do before 19? Okay, 19, I started my first year of college, and then I moved home. And then I was living out with my parents, just nannying, and I don't know, I think 19 was kind of rough. I don't know, just a lot of like silly little things that I was like comparing myself, blah blah. So what I would tell my younger self would be that like everything works out and it's gonna be even bigger and better than you ever imagined. At 19, I got this camera actually because I wanted to start YouTube videos. So I started making YouTube videos. I quit for a while because I was getting like 3 views. So that's when I started. A couple years later I started TikTok, and then I started this. But that, just wait, and it'll come when it's your time to come. And just be happy and content and soak up like that stage of your life, and don't be so quick to rush into the next one, because like your college years are really so special. And like even those years of me living with my parents were really so special, and I would just say like soak it all up, because you're not gonna be a kid for very long and it does go by fast. Okay, I think this is where it sort of gets confusing because I do mention that I want to move back to Florida eventually, but that is not really in my hands or Aiden's hands. It's sort of just where Aiden will get a job. So fingers crossed, hopefully in the next couple years he gets a job at a school in Florida. So that's really the only way we would be moving back to Florida. There's literally only 2 schools that are an hour away from our hometown. So even if we move back to Florida, it doesn't necessarily mean by my parents. So that is why, like, I say I want to move back to Florida, but we don't really get to choose, if that makes sense. So I guess we'll just see. Who knows? We don't even know where we're going to be next year. So if he got a job at one of those schools, that would be amazing, but we'll just have to see. What do you like most about living in Virginia? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Okay, no, I like living in Virginia. I love the seasons. Right now just so happens to be winter, so don't love the winter time. But I love the seasons. I love like the fall when the leaves start to change. I love that. I love the people we've met in Virginia, and I feel like that really makes a place like a home, the people you surround yourself with. I love like our apartment we've created, like our little home. I feel like that's probably the only. I do love going on trail walks here. I just will not do that by myself. I have to have a friend with me because that's a little scary, but that's something fun. But like, it's just hard to compare to anything else because I lived for so long a walk to the beach. So Florida girl becoming a Virginia girl has been a weird transition. I do love it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just like what I'm comparing it to is where it gets me. Okay, I think I'm gonna answer like 2 more, but what is your biggest advice for long distance? Me and Aiden did long distance for quite a while. Our whole college, we were like an hour away from each other, and then his senior year, we were how far we are now from home, like 8 hours, a little over 8 hours away from each other. But I guess since I knew long distance would be coming to an end soon, I would just say like focus on yourself and focus on your goals of like what you want to accomplish and be doing while you're married, if that makes sense. I don't know, because I feel like I don't know if I would be where I'm at today if me and Aiden were like, well, that's not true. I don't know what it would be like to live next door to him, because that was never our case, except in high school. But like, we were down the street from each other, but like, we were in high school, it's different. But I just feel like I had so much time to focus on myself and really just soak up those years of like focusing on myself, living with my parents. And at the end of the day, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I know that sounds hard, but find like a schedule that works good for you. Not that you need to schedule out your time in the days, but you sort of do when you're in long distance. So one thing that really helped me and Aiden was like, we'd text good morning and then we'd call at night, and there was really no communication in between there unless it was just something that was like fun and exciting or something random. But I do really recommend just a phone call at night, and don't worry about texting 24/7, because that's when the arguments happen. I swear, if you're texting 24/7, you're more likely to get in arguments, and that's just my opinion. And on this one, since Valentine's Day is coming up very soon, what are our Valentine's Day plans? And I bet you can guess. That's when the baseball season starts. So the first baseball game of the season is on Valentine's Day. So that's where we'll be on Valentine's Day. I'm sure we're gonna go, Valentine's Day is on a Friday, so one of those days before we're gonna go to dinner somewhere. Me and Aiden already talked about it, but we don't ever do anything like that crazy for Valentine's Day. But it is the first baseball game, so I think maybe some of Aiden's family might be coming into town. I don't know exactly yet, but probably just do dinner a couple days before Valentine's Day, and then spend Valentine's Day at the baseball field. That was a big chunk of the questions, and I hope I answered a good bit of them. I know maybe I should do like rapid fire at the end. We'll do rapid fire at the end just for fun. What's my dream car? My dream car is a 4Runner. particularly, I think I want a white one. That's currently what we're looking for right now, because that's the whole truck dilemma with Aiden's truck. We're trying to sell his truck to then he'll drive my car and then I'll get a new car, but a 4Runner. Nothing crazy, it doesn't have to be brand new. I just want a newer 4Runner because that's what I drive right now, but she is very old. Favorite thing we did at our wedding was probably, that's tough. I don't know, like the dancing was really fun. Being with all of our friends, like our high school friends, was really fun. I don't know if I have like one particular thing that was fun. The whole day was fun. Drink at your wedding? No, me and Aiden both did not drink at our wedding. There was alcohol there for other people, but we didn't drink. The coffee shop in Lynchburg where we live is probably Mission House. I really like it. It's really yummy. All done answering questions. Thanks for chatting with me. I always love doing little Q&As. I feel like it's fun and like I'm chatting with somebody, talking to somebody. But yeah, that was fun. I hope I answered some of the questions. If there's ever a question, you can always message me. I actually love chatting through messages. I feel like it's just so fun and like we're all friends. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys later.